Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time of the day it may be for you. Welcome to Mother Base Radio. I'm one of your hosts, Todd Sauceda, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Alex Capello and Benny Garza. But before we get into today's episode, we're going to send a shout out by way of 99lives.com, which is a great site, a great service with some great music that you can use in your YouTube videos or during your Twitch streams without a worry in the world. You just need to credit the artist whenever you get a chance. So remember, head to 99lives.com to find some great tunes like this one. Enjoy.
What's up?
What's going on?
Yo,
Get some.
How you doing?
I am the captain of the Pinafore.
Signing in from the Great Fox. Or the Pinafore. Where the fuck.
I'm Pegleg Johnson on the Nebuchadnezzar 2.0. Because the first one, I don't want Warner Brothers to sue me for this later.
2.0. Is the Nebuchadnezzar 2.0 assisted by DJ Jesus and his wonderful brand of recording equipment?
Are we now sponsored by Harbinger?
We're sponsored by DJ Jesus.
Yeah.
Whatever DJ Jesus picks for us is what we're sponsored by. So maybe it's a tin can with a little bit of spit at the back to make the yarn stick, and you pull it tight and we record off of that.
Okay.
Or maybe it's like decent brand audio equipment. I don't know. DJ Jesus, what do you say? I agree with him.
Me too.
Completely.
The ever-wise DJ Jesus.
What if this entire time DJ Jesus is really just a mime and doing this as a side job, but he's not getting paid for it?
like he's a professional mime?
Yeah.
Who works audio equipment?
that has to be some sort of irony.
If you're gonna fuse two jobs, those are the ones you fuse, right?
Yeah.
You never make noise because you're busy recording.
It's a mime who knows how to work audio. It's like I said, there's some sort of irony there.
Yeah.
I can't pinpoint it exactly, but it's there.
Something tells me.
Definitely something there.
Or might be.
Might be.
Just maybe.
Just maybe.
Just maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Benny.
Hi, Todd.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. I'm glad you're doing good.
Hi, Acapella.
Hello there.
Fancy seeing you here.
Oh, it's so great to be here today. Yeah. Hello, Todd.
Capello might be slightly dehydrated and dying.
I could go get you some more water. It's fine. Oh, actually, I didn't even bring you water. You refused when you'd come up the stairs. You're like, nah, man. Who the fuck drinks water
we're
anymore?
Like, nah, we have packets of salt and dry chips. We can survive this.
We didn't bring our own drinks, but I ran out of Dr. Pepper already.
It's basically all just sodium. That's all it is.
It's only salt.
I had barbacoa this morning, and I don't put salt in it, but today I did.
Did you make it?
No.
Or you bought it? Okay.
We bought it, man.
Okay.
I imagine it takes a while to make barbacoa.
Yeah, you
man.
make it overnight, bro.
Yeah.
And
the real Mexican, real Mexican can accept defeat when they can't make it, so they go buy it.
Yeah, there's no problem in buying it, man.
No.
It is readily
Sometimes when
available.
you buy it from the person that's been doing it every day for the
years,
longest
and
time.
It's like the best shit.
So they know how to do it.
In my opinion, the best barbacoa that's bought, that's already made, prepared to go, is the one with the least amount of fat. Because I feel like the fat
You are wrong.
I like it lean.
But
I like my
barbacoa naturally comes fatty as
fuck. Oh yeah,
fuck.
but
now
you can get it lean.
You could ask for it prensado, which is
Yeah.
like they mashed it a little bit to get rid of all the fat.
Yeah.
You could do that, and that's perfectly fine.
That's what we got
But
today.
like when you make it fat.
Yeah.
And then you squish it to get rid of the excess
The
fat.
excess.
I will agree with you. Barbacoa comes fat as fuck.
Yeah, it does.
You squeeze that. You squeeze it. Get all that extra juice out of there.
That's true.
Sometimes it's flavor, but sometimes it's just not good for you.
No, it's not. Well, this was the Mexican cooking minute with Benito Garza. Thank you for joining us.
Take us out, DJ Jesus.
Take us out, DJ Jesus, and it's like a corrido or
This
something.
is where we end.
Just have like the Martha Stewart cooking music in the background.
But it's just with a harmonica, like a Mexican harmonica just added to that. Hey man, I might do it. You just don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know the power of editing, man.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Barbacoa.
I like that.
It's
Get some
delicious.
today.
I want to make a brand called Barbacoa.
Barbacoa?
I could do that. It's not a trademark.
Dude, that sounds okay.
Only
It
on the
reminds me of,
weekends.
I think it was an imaginary pirate. I don't think he's real. But Barbosa?
Barbosa.
Captain
Captain Barbacoa.
Captain Barbacoa.
El Capitan Barbacoa. en sus aventuras en el gran océano. Or something like that.
Capella's just like, yeah, okay.
Come on, Capella, that's some
is
bullshit.
Is this an Univision premiere show?
Yeah, this is
If you want it to be a telenovela, you get it on. Hey, you
they would
brought up
fucking do that.
Univision. If
No,
you
they
want it
would.
on Univision, you make it a telenovela.
This is the
Or
question.
a morning show.
So I don't know what public TV is like anymore, but like, are telenovelas still a thing? Like,
Yeah,
are they
very
still
much.
a thing?
They will forever always be a thing.
Have the same ones been running for like 20 fucking years, or like there's new ones have popped up?
there's
there's whole new ones now.
Okay.
Like, was it the last one that I remember? I don't know if you guys ever, like, your parents ever put this one on. It's called Gata Salvaje.
Gata Salvaje.
I don't know. My mom's been watching some from like I think it was
1980 something.
Colombia.
Oh damn, hardcore.
My
Do people
mom-
just get shot randomly?
No, I think it was from Cuba, like Cuba telenovelas.
Yeah,
of
so the
some
people just get
dude.
shot randomly in those.
I don't know.
Okay.
There's a whole lot of cheating, but you know what? That's any
That's
novela.
like all telenovelas.
Because you need that edge.
My mom and my grandma would go crazy for Gata Salvaje. Like every day at 5, they would get together and watch it.
Damn.
It's like, and then basically, like, we would have to go to another fucking room to watch TV because we're gonna watch that show.
Because I'm sorry
no
you
matter
can't
what,
be here.
you know?
This is our time right now, type of
It
thing.
doesn't matter if you want to play PlayStation right now. You move your ass.
Yeah.
You chose the wrong time slot, bitch. Get out.
For Mexicans, telenovelas are like reading the Bible.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
The truth.
It's a religious
Sometimes.
experience.
It is. So for those our non-Spanish speaking listeners, Gata Salvaje, right?
Mm-hmm.
Means savage cat.
Yeah.
Savage cat.
Savage cat.
It is an anime about cats.
An anime.
Anime about
It is a
cats.
Mexican anime
Yeah.
about cats.
Is there Spanish anime?
I mean,
like not dubbed.
There's dubbing. You can dub
Yeah,
the shit
but
out
I
of
don't mean
it.
dub. Like original content.
Honestly, I haven't actually seen a Mexican
Animated show?
produced animated show in a
I got
long
one for
time.
you. El Chavo del Ocho.
That's not animated.
Like,
So,
they
yes,
made it
El Chavo del
into-
Ocho is animated,
That's
my
animated?
friend.
They made it
Yeah,
into an
because
animated
people
show?
have gotten so old that they can't act it anymore, or some people have just straight up died or passed, you know?
Yes, like
so now
what's his
it's
name?
an animation.
Wow.
Yes,
I didn't-
it's a cartoon.
I had no
It's crazy.
idea.
You want to know why I know that?
Because
Because my niece and nephew know of El Chavo del Ocho,
Yeah.
but they don't know El Chavo del Ocho.
Oh.
They know the cartoon El Chavo del
so
Ocho.
they have no idea that it was a live action show.
They didn't know.
Holy shit, man!
Did
We're
they-
getting
did
fucking
your-
old.
Did your grandparents ever show it to them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, cool. And like they'll watch it for a while, but like, you know what? Sometimes you can't beat bright colors.
That goes to show that like
It's kids. I mean, kids need
that's
the bright
true.
colors.
I think that goes to show that like visually like visuals mean something to people. Like they can only take so much of something, but if it's in a certain color, like you say, like colors and stuff like that. Or
Well, I mean, how long ago was El Chavo del Ocho recorded?
that
man?
was like
That was-
late 70s.
70s, yeah.
80s.
70s,
Like I
80s.
remember, yes, it's in color, but like, shit.
Weren't the early
And
ones
some of the
just black and
recording
white?
equipment
Or
is
they
There
sorry.
were some early ones
yeah,
in
they were
black and white.
Do they show that real quick? Do they still show it like
Black
on
and white movies?
No. El Chavo del Ocho, like on
Oh, yeah.
channel 8 or 7 or something here in the valley.
I think they might rerun, but like,
I mean, yeah, the
I've
reruns.
seen the like in like El Chavo del Ocho in the
Yeah.
morning, and it's the cartoon.
No shit.
Yeah.
I gotta look that up on YouTube.
Yeah, do it.
I didn't even know they made an animated show.
Me either. That's
They do.
crazy.
There's also another one, but I forgot what it was called.
What's the actress
you
name?
know, it's off of the Ugly Betty, but the Spanish version of Ugly Betty, but it's a cartoon.
Ugly Betty.
Yeah.
It's with that. Well, it was big like a couple years ago on ABC,
Yeah.
right? The actress's name America Ferrara.
But it's like something La Fea or something like that.
Wait. So
it's the Spanish version
so
of
the Spa-
Ugly Betty.
Okay, but is the Spanish version the original, or was it a knockoff of the English version?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was a knockoff.
No shit.
Because like Ugly Betty, I think was the first one, and it caught on like a motherfucker.
It did, yeah, it was
and
big.
then everyone tried doing their own version.
I didn't know that. Kind of like The Office.
Yeah. Well, that's
Well, I
literally
mean-
it. Like, they say, hey, this is a really good show. We're gonna do it, but with Mexican actors, or let's pretend you're in Portuguese. We're gonna get the Portuguese people to do our own rendition, or our own version of it. I wonder if there's an Ugly Betty in like Russia or France.
There's a lot of.
I imagine China has something.
Oh, China has
along
something
the
for
lines.
everything.
I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, you can buy a copy of everything Chinese on Amazon.com.
I'm sure.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
What was I going to say?
This episode brought to you by Amazon Stuff.
Amazon Stuff.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. This should be a website called Amazon Stuff. That's where stoners go. That's where stoners go, or drunk people go in the middle of the night instead of Amazon.com, where they can like false buy something.
You know, there is a website that does that.
What, called Amazon Stuff?
No, not Amazon Stuff, but like where you can go and like it'll pitch stuff at you that sounds super cool.
Oh, okay. It's like Stumble Upon, but for purchasing stuff.
Kinda.
Yeah. You know what Stumble
or
Upon
there's
is?
like cool stuff under $20.
Okay.
Like there's another website that does that.
That's cool. I like that. Like it just randomizes shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
There's also an app that asks you at the beginning of the night if you're drinking, and if you press yes, whenever you try to buy something,
It'll lock it.
Yeah, it'll just send it to your wish list instead.
That's hilarious. Because I've heard of like some friends that I have like legitimately drunk buying something and regretting it later.
That sounds hilarious.
It does sound hilarious. Also, like you got to be fucking drunk out of your mind. First of all, to function correctly in front of a computer or the mobile app. Because there's a lot of button pressing, man.
Yeah.
But now that Amazon has the buy now thing, I mean, once that hits, yeah, it's over, right? Like, I never used it, but I would imagine that once you press that buy now button, like, it's already, just based on your save information, then boom, it's already purchased and you get the receipt for it.
I actually did that with the Danny's present. I logged on, like, I did the whole thing, and I have the account and a bunch of bullshit. And it didn't say add to cart, it just said buy now. I was like, click. Oh, shit.
Thank you for your purchase.
Yeah. It's on its way. It'll be here in 3 days. I'm like,
So Danny's birthday is today.
Yeah.
The day we are recording, which is the 28th? 29th? 30th?
28th.
This is the 29th.
But
yeah, Acapella.
Yeah, we were hanging out last night, but last night was technically the 28th. So wait, that means tomorrow is Halloween.
Yes.
Cool.
Halloween is supposed to be on Monday.
The 31st?
Yeah.
I get so confused.
Halloween is the last day of October.
Which is the 31st or the 30th?
31st.
Okay, so Monday's Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
So today we're the 28th, which is Danny's birthday.
Yes. So close to Halloween, you weren't kidding. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I mentioned it to him.
Hey, I landed on a holiday. I did my work.
Yeah. No, you did. You doing
Danny was Danny was so close.
It would have been super funny. you on April Fool's
1st.
Day, then Danny on Halloween, and then like I don't know how far Gus is from a holiday, but
I'm not sure.
You don't remember your other brother's birthday? Your older brother's birthday?
Specific day? Shit, dude. I think it was
Month?
Like, I think he's Leo, so somewhere in August.
August, yeah. So
Go check Facebook.
August or September.
No, I want to say it's somewhere in August. Shit, do I look like a bad person now?
I mean, according to the likes and the comments, your brother listens to some of the stuff we do, so
Yeah.
you're fucked, man.
Yeah.
Gus is gonna comment. You forgot my birthday.
What the fuck, man? Unsubscribe, unlike, downvote.
Downvote.
Unlike.
Is that still a thing? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, downvote, yeah.
Thumbs down.
So yeah, guys, it's been a week since Switch stuff happened.
Today we're gonna talk more about.
We'll talk more about the Switch. Nothing has come since because they've said that they're not gonna talk about it until January.
Until January.
I think if anything that Nintendo might have confirmed, which actually editing the previous podcast, we didn't actually talk about it, whether the Switch actually has a touchscreen, and apparently it does.
Does it?
Yeah, apparently it does. I read a couple articles that said
at the bottom of one of the controls it has an IR reader.
Oh, really?
Not IR. FR.
No, it's an IR.
IR.
Yeah, it's IR something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't that Move technology?
I think it's with the Wiimote, whatever's on the tip of the Wiimote. It's IR sensors.
Like like remotes have an IR.
Yes.
Yeah.
IR
Okay.
blaster. Sensor.
IR blaster.
Yes, they all have IR blasters. It has a touch screen.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
Not at all. I mean, also like you think about card games coming to the Switch. Those games make sense with a touchscreen. Plus, I mean that just means that they can bring on so many other partners that make card games. You know, like you said, you have Bethesda, which is already on board. You don't,
which also means you could probably put mobile games on there.
Which is that's shovelware to an extent. I think. Yeah. But also that makes me wonder, like, you know, now that Nintendo is doing mobile stuff, does that mean Mario Run is coming to the Switch also? Who knows? It's a possibility.
It could happen.
I mean, I think it's a high possibility because it is a game that they make.
Maybe. I'm not sure how much people would play it on an actual system.
Well, I mean, they'll play it mobile.
It's mobile.
Yeah.
So that way they can say, hey, if our game doesn't sell on iOS, which it fucking will, like, you know, whoever doesn't have an Apple phone can play it on their Switch. Assuming I forgot when we talked about that. Did they say that the Run game was going to come to Android also at a later date?
I think they did.
I'm not sure.
Because they announced it during an Apple conference. So they're not going to talk about Android at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no other Switch news has come up, at least that I'm aware of, except for the clarification of the touchscreen stuff. Also, I watched the video again. That's definitely just it's a video of Skyrim on the Switch. It's not gameplay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so everything else was gameplay. Apparently, I watched it a couple times, and the Mario stuff looked like gameplay.
Well, that didn't have a thing either.
Yeah, but I mean, for all you know, that's still. What if the new Mario doesn't have a HUD?
I mean, you can remove the HUD off of Skyrim.
That's true.
So, you really can't tell what is or isn't video.
Skyrim, I think Skyrim for sure wasn't, though.
Well, the thing is that you could just remove the HUD, though. Like, what else? Like,
it just looks so much like a pre-rendered video, though.
Well, but it was running in
say
action.
That they weren't in there?
I don't know. When I see that video, I saw it a couple times. It didn't look like the game was being run in the system. Also, it really doesn't matter, I guess. Does it really matter? I don't know. I mean, Mario Kart was definitely running on that system.
Again, that could have been pre-rendered video also.
Shit.
If you're going by the fact that there's no HUD, there wasn't a single game on there that had a HUD, Todd. And
wait, no. Smash Brothers did. No, Mario Kart did.
Mario Kart did.
Yeah, Mario Kart did.
It had the two items on the upper right.
Remember he mentioned
upper left.
That did have a HUD. Okay.
Wait, did they also had Smash Brothers? No.
No.
Splatoon.
Splatoon.
I don't remember.
I didn't see a HUD on Splatoon.
That was specifically a cutscene when the characters are spawning and they're like, get ready to play. Yeah.
I mean, I've never played the game, so I wouldn't know. I should play the game at some point.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of games you should play, like Undertale.
I mean, there's
any of the VR things.
I feel like Undertale makes a lot of sense for like handhelds. Do you think that or nah?
I mean, it's so like it's a 8-bit, 16-bit graphic.
16-bit, I think.
So still, like that, you can put Undertale on anything and it would fit because
that's true. That's true. Hasn't Toby Fox is the guy who made that one, right?
Toby Turner.
Timmy Turner.
Toby
Fox, I think he already stated that he's working on the sequel.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I think so.
I hope he keeps it in the same style, not like he tries making it 3D or something like that.
Not like Nidhogg completely changing their shit. That looks cool. That looks cool, though.
Yeah, Nidhogg looks
interesting.
It looks dope. I think it looks dope.
Cool. Yeah.
My girlfriend, she loves the Undertale soundtrack.
Can we give her a secret code name?
My girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know.
Codename Dorothy.
No.
Codename Delilah.
Every once in a while, she'll say to me, "You know, I'm really glad that you haven't talked any Wizard of Oz bullshit around me." Because she's like, I get that all the time. I don't need that from you. I'm like, all right, it's a ticking time bomb, man. I better not do that shit.
See, it's gonna build up in you like it's so like a pressure cooker, you know. It's just constantly going until one day you're just gonna explode, Todd.
Yeah. You know, you're gonna send her a single text saying, "I love you." The next text when you play it, it's Todd singing the wonderful Wizard of Oz intro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, or Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna meet her. I'm gonna get off the plane and sing that song. I'm gonna be wearing red slippers too, man. You better fucking believe it.
I want that to be like, we should make that into a little video, and it's like you doing exactly what you said, and then we cut to your girlfriend and she's frowning, and she just punches you. You land on the floor, you pass out, and then you wake up.
Walks out.
You just wake up and you're like, she's gone.
No, I wake up. And I'm in Wonderland.
In Wonderland.
I am in.
You're dressed up as Dorothy with the red slippers.
And there's a fucking. And there's like a. It's not even. What's Toto? A Chihuahua?
No, Toto's a.
Toto's not a Chihuahua.
Is it sort of terrier?
Yeah, something. But it's like instead of that, it's like a bulldog or something. Instead of Toto, we'll call her Tata.
Tata.
All right, enough about that.
I still want to give your girlfriend a secret code name.
Well, why don't you think about that while we get through the news, Ben?
Codename Glinda.
Glinda?
Glinda. I'm just going to keep the Wizard of Oz because you won't, so I have to.
Fine. Fuck you too.
Codename Ozma.
Hasma.
Ozma.
I was going with
I need to
Hasma.
rewatch that movie. I actually really like The Wizard of Oz a lot.
I mean, there's a few people who didn't like The Wizard of Oz.
I remember tits and bits, like small.
You remember Tits?
Tits
I remember
and bits.
tits.
He saw the
You remember
XXX
tits?
version of The Wizard of Oz.
Which I would imagine there is.
This podcast is brought to you by Tits.
Tits.
They're the shit.
Tits, they're the shit.
Tits. They're the shit.
And it's like
We just lost all 2 of our female viewing
So-
audience.
Oh no, shit!
this is gonna-
Fuck!
This is
God damn
you know
it.
what? We're just gonna forget. We're just gonna
Scrub the podcast
we'll
and
just
start all
scrub
over.
everything, guys. Actually, we're just gonna stop doing the podcast completely.
It's done. This is the last episode.
Sorry, guys. We disappointed everyone.
We're not closing. Probably.
So, guys, we should probably get into the news soon.
Nah, fuck that.
There's some news. It's not.
I don't wanna.
This
What
pod-
is this? A news podcast?
Look, man, fucking deal with it, man.
Shit! It's a news podcast. I've been tricked.
It explains the laser velociraptors.
The Velociraptors?
No, they're not velociraptors. They're
Yeah.
called laser velociraptors.
Velociraptors.
I don't remember this. I gotta watch that shit again. So
Yeah,
this
velociraptors.
week's news is not as potent as last week's because, you know, the Switch was... I mean, when the console's announced, it's
a news
like...
drop.
I mean, that was a 2-hour podcast.
Pretty much every gaming podcast around the globe made 3 minutes of a 3-minute commercial into an hour and 30-minute long podcast.
Yes. Yes. Because basically ours was about
An hour 40.
an hour 40, but like an hour 10 was
Oh, no. Ours was like 2 hours, but an hour 40 was dedicated
to that.
Switch.
Yeah. Well, this week there was no Switch news, but there's some other news that popped up. So, despite an initial bump in players following a shift from Turtle Rock's Evolve to a free-to-play model, the game will no longer be supported effective immediately. This happened earlier this week. However, the game servers will remain online for the foreseeable future. 2K has since put out their own blog post that the game will be indefinitely, you know, it'll still run. That is that's not what I was expecting. Because it seemed that
I thought it was going to be supported long term.
I mean, once you go free to play, typically, then the money starts flowing again. So, but I guess it wasn't the case for Turtle Rock and Evolve. I guess.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure because when Turtle Rock decided to do, or when 2K, because really the game is not owned by Turtle Rock. It's
2K.
It's 2K that, you know, funded it and stuff. I don't know what the microtransaction model was within the game. I would imagine it's skin stuff. I would imagine.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much, because people are playing the game doesn't necessarily generate. It generates potential for, you know, for money to come in, but
It really depends on the microtransaction.
how popular?
Well,
yeah, that too.
If you're playing the game, that means you bought it.
Well, the free version.
No, because after the game came
After
out,
that,
yeah, there was a
good while,
Yeah.
it became free to play.
I mean, it took nearly a year for it to become free to play. It became free to play like in February or March.
I still have a copy of it on the PS4
Yeah.
there, just sitting there.
The game came out last.
Does that
March.
even work?
I mean, it
Yeah,
probably does.
No, it does. No, because there is no free to play version on a console.
On console.
And they actually commented on that,
Saying people waiting for it to turn free to play
yeah,
for console
somebody
can go fuck themselves because it's not going to appear.
It's not going to happen. Somebody from Turtle Rock did say that they were considering, or they were planning to bring Stage 2 to consoles in the near future, but, quote, it looks like that's just not meant to be. I mean, I think that I feel like this is the way 2K is going to approach Battleborn in the near future. Because obviously there was already the rumor and the speculation that Battleborn was going to go free to play, and then Randy Pitchford came out and said, hey, no, it's not, we're just going to have a demo for it. But it feels like, I mean, just imagine if Evolve, which is made by a smaller studio and not as renowned, I would guess, as Gearbox, what's going to happen to the Gearbox game that's not doing so well?
It's unfortunate, man. That game had a whole bunch of potential, but it's just a couple of bad lapse in judgment. Should we put it next to this game massively being released? Yeah. I think it would be a good idea to maybe make it free to play because it would certainly catch more people's attention.
I'd play it if it was free to play.
Yeah.
I'd give it a shot because I have nothing to lose.
I got to play it's not a demo, it's like an alpha.
Okay.
Sometime
Yeah.
back.
That was a while back.
And like, it felt okay, but when next to Overwatch, I chose Overwatch. And can you blame me, really?
No, I can't, no. Also, Evolve originally came out in a window that seemed like it made sense for it. I think it came out in March of last year, and there was nothing else competing with it at the time, so it came out at a good time, right? Because there was no competing game with a similar audience, right? But yeah, I think Evolve suffered from the same thing that the original Titanfall did. There was not a lot of content there. Really neat ideas, but a lot of people...
It just fell short, basically.
Yeah, it did.
A lot of cool stuff, not enough.
Not enough content, which, this week, or yesterday, Respawn and EA had the chance to redo with Titanfall 2, which so far is receiving some pretty great reviews. I wonder if in the future Total Rock is going to go back to Evolve with a second game or a new IP.
I mean, an Evolve 2 with maybe, let's say, like 8 more monsters, maybe 3 more classes, because I feel like there were like 5 classes.
I believe there were 4 classes. No, it was 5, because it was 5. It was 5.
It was 5 classes and then 2 heroes for each class or something like that.
Yeah,
at least at launch, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Turtle Rock did say that there's a ton of stuff in the works that they hope you will enjoy. So that means they are working on something else, I would assume. I would like to see them...
Evolve Legends coming soon.
As a free-to-play card game.
Yes.
Free-to-play card game.
That's where everyone's going. But Bethesda's doing it, we gotta do it too.
It's the year of the card game.
I mean, it has been for a little while, I think.
Everybody has a... recently, there's one called Shadowverse that came out on Steam. That it was a mobile card game, and it's apparently, like, super popular in Japan, and it recently came to Steam. And it looks really cool. Actually, it feels like one that I would play over Hearthstone, because it's that much more interesting. The only problem I have with it is it's super anime waifu bullshit. Like, that's the only problem the game suffers from.
Gotcha.
Other than that, it's a really cool concept idea and cool stuff that happens in it. So
obviously not related to Evolve, but there's another card game that I've seen kind of making the rounds. I think it's on mobile. I don't know if it's on Steam. It's called Duelist. Have you heard of this one? That is a CCG, right?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's it's sort of like a CCG. It's a CCG mixed with an sort of like an RTS board game. Where,
right.
You basically, like, you have a hero and then you summon things with the cards, but you put them on a board, and then when they're on the board, you move them around strategically.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's another interesting concept.
I like the art style for that one. That's what I've been seeing a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Is it super anime waifu?
Nah, it's got...
It's
not like that.
No, that one's much more, cool fantasy.
A little more traditional, but it's got like a... I don't know, the colors pop. It looks cool. No, you should look it up. But real quick, back to Evolve. I think that, or Turtle Rock, I think they should move on to doing another game, kind of in the same vein, though, like an isometrical, kind of shooter.
I'll agree with you, and maybe they just need a break from Evolve. Stretch your legs. Let's see something new, something different. You can think about going back to Evolve if you want to later.
Well, I would imagine that's something that 2K wants somebody to do within their teams.
Yeah, I believe you said that it was
it's going to become a permanent franchise.
They saw it as a permanent franchise.
Just like, and this is something that came up, I think, in a report, earnings report earlier during the year, that BioShock and a bunch of other games were speculating, like, if they said that BioShock is a permanent franchise, then it means they're going to make more of them. Same thing with Evolve.
I imagine if that's the case, then at the very least they broke even with Evolve, maybe made some profit off of it. It's just continuing it wouldn't be profitable. That's the only. That's what they're probably doing, or that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then it makes sense. It's unfortunate because it seemed, and I saw. So I think it was yesterday, day before yesterday. Turtle Rock had like a Twitch stream, and they were kind of like because they did like a weekly or semi-weekly like Twitch stream where they played Evolve and talk about changes and all that stuff. And they did the last one, and the 2 devs that were on it, they definitely seemed
a little
down, and that's understandable. Especially, I mean, this is their creation after Left 4 Dead, which is massively successful. But I hope that I hope whatever they're doing is cool, because I'm pretty sure they are, and I would imagine they'd stay in the FPS wheelhouse, because they've been doing that for a while, and a lot of studios tend to stick to what they're good at. We'll see.
Do you think they're gonna IP, or do you think they're gonna go back to Left 4 Dead, or?
So if they go back to Left 4 Dead, I mean, that's something that that Valve owns, and that's
Yeah.
assuming Valve is not already making Left 4 Dead 3 because Valve
On
made
their
Left
own.
4 Dead 2, Turtle Rock made Left 4 Dead 1,
Okay.
and then they decided to do the second game in house, which the second game is great, but I think there's a little flair of magic missing from that one that I liked so much about the first game. I don't know what it is, to be honest. That's the thing that's the thing that happened. So again, I'll wonder what happens to Battleborn in the next couple months. Now, especially now that think about it. Now we already said this, but Battlefield, Overwatch is still a thing. Titanfall, Call of Duty, those are all.
There can only be so many big shooters of the year.
For sure.
So there might be a point where like people just get tired of it.
Oversaturation
Yeah.
of the market.
I think just like with any genre,
Could that be why everyone's going into card games?
but that's going to get saturated
That's
at some
going to
point
get
too.
saturated.
I mean, it
also.
already feels like it's getting there.
Nah, there's still
it's
room
think
for
so?
it. There's
You-
still
you
room
don't
for
think
it,
so?
bro. Yeah.
That's the thing. There's not a lot of really popular ones. Like you have the popular ones that people talk about are Hearthstone, Elder Scrolls Legends.
Yeah.
Gwent.
Well, Gwent when it comes out.
When it's coming, but
When-
it's going to be popular, I think.
There are a bunch of other ones, but they're really
They're
niche.
not as big, and
They're-
some of them
they're
are
smaller.
mobile only too. I know that there's quite a few of them
and
that are mobile
of course
only.
the Magic the Gathering.
Oh
one.
yeah, of course. There's that one.
That one's always
Yu-Gi-Oh.
popular. There was a Yu-Gi-Oh online, but it sucked dick.
I remember the Game Boy Advance Yu-Gi-Oh cartridges.
Those were good.
I think I even have one somewhere in my room.
I have one emulated on my tablet.
You know what? That's how you do stuff sometimes. When you absolutely need it.
Well,
So-
speaking of doing stuff,
Doing stuff.
you know what voice actors did last week or the week before?
They were on
Nothing.
strike.
They
went-
did nothing.
did nothing.
Because
They
there
did
was a
nothing.
strike.
Well,
Oh, wait, the switch is happening. No one
That's
found out.
25% of them at least.
Yeah, which is still a
That sounds like a decent amount.
and a lot of big name talent involved in it too. Well, ever since then, I think we decided that we were going to keep an eye on it because it's a thing. Because
Definitely is a thing.
performance matters. In response to the strike, groups representing companies like Activision, Disney, Warner Brothers Interactive, Take-Two Interactive, and Electronic Arts have launched a website calling out the union for its lack of communication with actors about what the companies were willing to negotiate and for forcing a strike. I don't think, as somebody who doesn't really follow this kind of thing in like the entertainment world, because strikes happen. Writer strikes happen in television and in movies and stuff, so I don't really know if this is something that's been done in the past. But
So,
a little bit.
was the
builds
interesting
character.
thing about this is that usually when somebody is striking against somebody else, the person who's the party that's being striked against says nothing.
yeah,
Like that's usually the case. So the fact that these publishers are have an open letter means that perhaps on their side they actually tried to negotiate something.
the article I pulled from Polygon says that on the site, the groups break down a number of issues that the union wanted addressed. These issues included providing additional compensation as well as a safer work environment for actors who had complained about voice cord damage. I think that's what they meant by safer work conditions. According to the website, both SAG-AFTRA and the video game companies involved in the strike had agreed to cooperate better when it came to protecting the actors' vocal cords, but where they differed on opinion was the length of the sessions. So it
Okay.
seems that there was, a little bit of miscommunication and just...
Like if they're telling you to yell at the top of your lung for a scene, and then they make you take like 15 takes in a 3-hour session. Yeah, that might suck.
That probably would,
I
yeah.
imagine
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Like I think it was Vegeta's voice actor for
Kyle Herbert, I think.
I think like he would pass out because he would scream
Yeah.
for such a long time.
Holy shit.
Like because it's Dragon Ball Z, it's you stare at your opponent, yell really loud to get stronger, and then you fight. That's a gross over
Yeah, probably.
dramatization of what it is, but yeah, that would do shit to your vocal cords, man. I would imagine so.
I mean, voice actors are vocalists. You
Yeah.
know, like that's their health and their vocal cords should be taken into...
That's their money.
That's their moneymaker.
And
yeah.
when you
gotta
damage
protect
it
it.
and people aren't doing
You're not
jack
making
shit
money,
about
man.
it, that's not good.
Fun fact: the lead singer from the All American Rejects was forced to cancel half of a tour because his doctor said that if he continued, he would lose his voice
Holy
permanently.
shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I want to see like scabs for the voice actor come out, and like they're really bad. I want to see like bad covers and stuff happening, just to see like.
Where you're talking about like you want to see like vocal gore or something like
No. Scabs as in like people that the company hires to work for the people that are on strike. Like, let's pretend you're on strike, Acapella. Fuck you. We'll hire someone else to be in your place. That's called a scab.
Oh,
I see what you mean.
Not scarring of the vocal cord.
Unfortunately,
that sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah, like so. I didn't know that was an actual term that they were called scabs. Unfortunately, Ben, the video game industry doesn't even have to do that because according to this article, the people in the voice actors union only make up 25% of the industry.
Oh, well, fuck.
And which means that this strike doesn't harm 75% of the industry. Mm-hmm. Which is Troy Baker and
Nolan North.
Yeah, I think we have said
Hale.
that.
That's
about it.
And
they are the 75%.
They are the 75%. So
that's probably a reason why that these publishers put up the site, to counter it. Something else that I wanted to bring in, it's from the same article from Polygon. Quote: in terms of financial compensation, the Actors Union has asked that its talent receive royalties for every 2 million copies of a game sold, which we discussed last week. On top of the 9% increase in base wages that both parties agreed to. A statement on the video game company's website states that while they have agreed to provide a bonus to video game actors depending on the amount of sessions they recorded for the game, it would be a flat fee of $950 instead of a percentage of sales.
That I don't agree with.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
Especially like we said last time, like per 2 million. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, at 2 million games sold, like that
it's a lot of money.
That company made a lot of money.
I mean, it's $65. $60 per copy.
Yep.
Add that up.
65 per copy times 2 million.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
You made
money.
quite a bit of money.
That's a lot of money.
Granted, development costs a lot of money, but if your game is wildly successful,
I mean, like if you're going like flat, and sure, there's like taxes and stuff that deduct from that,
of course.
But per 1 million, like 65 times a million is 65 million. That is basically that game on a flat fee basis made about $130 million. You really can't give a little bit of that to your voice actors?
Yeah.
No, Capello, I need it for my Scrooge McDuck
I'm
pool.
sure. Yeah, no. Disney definitely needs it to compete with James Cameron. No, to make sure that James Cameron and Peter Jackson's money fort isn't as big as Disney.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason that they need it. That they need that money. It's to make sure that Disneyland, which the bricks in Disneyland are made out of pure American dollar bills. So, like, they just need to make sure that James Cameron and Peter Jackson's money fort doesn't get that big.
They need to know their place. They're not as good.
They need that 120 million to stuff into their money cannons to fire directly at the other money forts.
To bash them down.
Yeah.
Money.
So I wonder, so we haven't seen it yet, I guess, but I wonder when, depending on how long this strike is active, when it's actually going to affect release dates for games. You know, because of obviously stuff that's coming out now that's out in November, that stuff's been recorded months ago.
It's probably done.
That's done. But just imagine, for example, Red Dead Redemption 2. What if this strike continues and the actors they got are part of the union? Because a lot of them aren't. There's a couple. I think there's
what if
quite
they
a
have
few.
to push back Kingdom Hearts another year again, guys? This is
Horrible.
horrible.
Dude,
Nobody cares.
It'll be plus 3 years.
Well,
remember?
we'll have to
Kingdom
make
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 2.9.9.7.9 the resurrection of a fallen dream, where you fight Mickey Mouse,
Where you play as Mickey Mouse.
fighting Mickey Mouse,
Fighting Mickey Mouse.
Fighting evil,
and
Mickey
you
Mouse.
bring down the money for it.
Fighting evil Donald Duck and evil Gooby.
So in that game, Mickey Mouse has like a
Evil
fucking sword key or
Gooby.
something, right?
Yeah,
He's got some sword. That's
he has an Assassin's
Where
Creed Stabby Mabob, but
you-
they don't call it that.
Stabby McBob.
Stabby Mabob.
That's what the prop is called when the ones you can find at GameStop for $40. The Stabby McBob.
Stabby Mabob.
Stabby Mabob.
Where it's
to avoid
the-
copyright, all right? Leave him alone.
It's the Disney characters who are now fighting against the Warner Brother characters. So it's Mickey fighting against Bugs Bunny, and Donald fighting against Daffy, and Gooby fighting against Porky Pig.
That's a good matchup.
Which if that happens, what team are you on? Because I'm going with Team Bugs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going with Team Bugs too.
I'm going with Team Bugs.
Those are my childhoods. I can't choose between them.
Choose now. One must die.
This is where the Civil War starts.
On the carcass of
Capello,
others.
you got to pick. Look, man, we're on this airport tarmac. We got to pick somewhere, man.
No Russian.
No,
No Russian. That's what you choose. If your two childhoods fight each other, you go no Russian.
Remember, no Russian.
Fuck.
well, that escalated very quickly.
This should be said. This is in no way
Related to voice acting
Yeah.
That's fine. But I think that
I think we should make our own
You know
tapes
what?
of
When-
us
when we
auditioning
switch-
as voice actors. We're trying to dub over like Mickey Mouse and shit.
Right.
We just
But when we transition this into the news game, we should have it that where if you do a non sequitur over to a topic that isn't under the main topic, you have to pay a fee.
okay, let's do that.
the game of life.
That's pretty close to it.
Getting taxed for bullshit.
Anyway,
Yeah.
back to
yes. Anyways, I wonder if we're going to see an effect on upcoming video games that have a release date or like that have a release window for next year. Because, for example, Red Dead, I would imagine that there is quite a bit of acting already done for it, but maybe they haven't finished. So what if those actors went on strike? That are involved in the game, because we don't know who the cast is at this moment. And actually, the cast, I think for Red Dead, for Rockstar games, usually gets revealed really late, right before launch. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I think we'll probably keep an eye on this and see where it goes. It definitely seems that there's definitely an escalation of argument. But hopefully everything, as we said last week, gets resolved. Moving on, Capello.
yes.
Did you know that Pokémon Sun and Moon have become Nintendo's best pre-selling games of all time?
Yeah, they had an announcement on Twitter and Facebook.
This is good. This is real good.
I mean,
Yeah.
for Nintendo, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It makes me feel good about this new Pokemon.
I mean, like, everything about this new Pokemon is just mind-blowingly
yelling.
fantastic.
We're
like,
different.
Like how they recently revealed, like, that you get to witness the start of a Pokemon League, which is...
You
that's
help
cool.
Make it
Yeah.
or something like that.
Like, there's in the new game, there's no Pokemon League. The entire game, like, there's no Elite Four, there's no gyms. You get to witness them starting a Pokemon League in Alola.
Previous games, they've all been pre-existing.
All of them are you going through a Pokemon League.
That's been the formula.
Yeah.
Which, if that's, God, like, this is really, really wishful thinking right now. But I wish, if they do this, like, I would flip a bitch. I would go out, I would find a bitch, and I would flip it.
We just start
like
looking
a water
for female
bottle.
dogs and cage them.
Look, imagine like the entire like regular story was basically like you going through the 4 islands and doing like the whole thing with the legendary Pokemon, like the previous games, but with the new Alola twist, right? But then how there's always like a second half of the game where like there's an after story or like there's an after something that happens. I would love for the second half of the story to be the Pokemon League, where you actually like, it's like, okay, there's the Pokemon League now. There are 8 fucking gyms and like 4 of the Elite Four, and you have to go and beat champion after the game is done. Like, that would be
That'd
so
be a
cool.
decent expansion. Like a decent
the
extra thing.
The thing is that they've done that before with Silver and Gold.
You got your first set, now go hop over to Kanto.
And somewhat, not exactly with Black and White 2, but with Black and White 2, the after story was a big section. Like, it was a long section. And, I really hope that they do that. Like, I would love for the first half to be the story, and the second half be like, there's a Pokemon League now. Yeah, look at it, go become champion.
Do it.
I'd love that. I think that would be great.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it seems like all these changes you're talking about are definitely the reason why it's become, like, they've reached this historic milestone for themselves.
Yeah, it's a big shakeup.
I only knew about, everything that I've really paid attention to is basically anything that you guys have told me over the past couple of weeks about all the big changes they've made to the Pokemon formula. But actually, not only have the games themselves recorded above average pre-sales, a recent Nintendo eShop demo has also seen record downloads. According to Nintendo, during a presentation for investors in Japan that was held earlier this past week, the demo received more than 3.5 million downloads within its first week on the store, and that's more than any other Nintendo 3DS eShop demo before it. And I mean, obviously a demo... sometimes I'm kind of like, I'm 50-50 with whether demos really affect the sale of a game, but so that's very clear that
this
it does.
Is for the person who knows that they're going to get the game.
Absolutely.
And they want a head start.
So that's probably 3.5 million sold.
That's what this demo is.
Yeah. It might very well be.
Yeah. Especially for Pokemon, for Nintendo-related stuff. If you saw 3.5 million people playing Battlefield 1 demo, maybe 1 or 2 million would buy that, not all of them. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just... I don't have any statistics for that.
Even in the demo, there's still incentives to keep logging on.
Such as?
There's basically like there are people who only do things after a certain day. So like it's like, oh, in like 4 days, like I'm gonna go visit this person and who helped me out. And then if you go to that person in 4 days, are going like, hey, you want to come with me? And
maybe you'll get an extra item that you could take with you onto the real game.
Into the real game. And so like there was one I found on the pier that was like 16 days where a cop had like there was some contraband that was gonna come through and he's like, oh god, I hope I can do this alone. And so like I imagine
you're gonna
in
team
16
up with
days
him.
you're gonna go team up with him.
The one that I found was a girl that was standing next to a shipport, and it's like, in about 16 days I'm leaving. God, I'm so nervous. You think you could come and see me off? I was like, yeah, sure. 16 days till.
Items that move over from demo to game definitely keep you going. And definitely, like I said, they incentivize you to actually purchase the game, because once you unlock items...
This demo gives you an exclusive Pokemon, aside from the items.
And that moves into the game.
That moves into your game. Okay.
And is that Pokemon easy to obtain in the
You
demo?
cannot obtain this Pokemon
in any other way.
So you need to play the demo.
Yeah.
It's not an exclusive... The Pokemon isn't the exclusive part. It's the Pokemon's ability that's exclusive.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
The Pokemon you get is one of the starters from the last generation, and you get one in the demo with a new ability called Evo Boost or something like that.
I don't remember the name.
But yeah, it's a special ability, and it does something cool. So
very unique.
Pokemon.
I wonder if you could breed that ability.
You might be able to, actually.
To breed the ability?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For other Pokemon?
Yeah, to
make a better version of that Pokemon.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, I guess you'll have to wait until November 18th to find out. Because that's when Pokemon Sun and Moon release. I would assume both of you are picking it up on day one.
Yep.
Or close to it. Around
I haven't reserved, but I'm planning on picking it up.
I think you need to reserve.
I'm going to a midnight launch for it.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, fancy.
Which GameStop?
Edinburgh, in front of the university.
With Soregios?
Gotcha. You keep calling him Soregios, but that's the other one.
Shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
That's what happens.
It's okay. Neither of them listen to this
Codenames
podcast.
So. Oh, you know what?
They're not on base, are they?
Fuck you both.
I think they are on base.
I don't remember, man.
I thought I invited Sam at least. But
I think DM Sam is in there.
Well, DM Sam is, but I thought I invited Twin Sam.
You know the funny thing is, I love having code names for people because we could do this shit.
I don't know who the fuck DM Sam is.
Exactly. Although you already know him.
I guess I do.
You have met him, but
I met him.
Oh, that's okay. I tried. He has glasses.
Yes, he does.
Like 75% of our friends, yes.
Shit. Does he have a kid?
Yes.
He has two
okay,
kids.
so he has 2 kids. Yeah, so I think I know what you're talking about.
Babies.
Well, yeah, so that comes out on the 18th. I mean, if I get a hold of a 3DS, then maybe I'll play it.
We're gonna shove one down your throat.
Shove it. That would be a great JPEG.
You need to start checking pawn shops or something for
3DSs.
Cheap.
I mean, right now I'm just kind of trying to grab stuff for Rock Band, man. So we'll see about that.
I feel like
play Rock Band
3DSs might be super cheap right now.
I mean, they are. I mean, I could probably get a 2DS for like $60.
Now that I think about it, is it a new 3DS exclusive or 3DS?
No, you just
dude. They're not gonna do the Pokemon.
They're not gonna do an exclusive.
That would see a downturn in sales, I think.
Yeah, it'll probably run a little bit smoother on a new 3DS or something.
Well, last story for this week. Still talking about Japanese shit. Square Enix
Japanese shit.
Squeenix.
Fucking Japanese shit.
Is celebrating the Kingdom Hearts series 15th anniversary this coming March with the release of Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix.
Yeah.
A collection of 6 remastered titles for PlayStation 4. So apparently this is not coming to 360, even though Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming to...
DJ Jesus put the dearly beloved Trap HD Remix 1.5.
DJ Jesus, don't do that. There's copyrighted.
Put Kingdom Hearts music in the background.
DJ Jesus, quickly.
Right now.
Right now?
Yeah. Right now.
Right now? Now, and
now
it's going
talking.
up? Now we can't hear. Now we're listening to
hear.
We're inaudible.
But now it's going down.
It's only Kingdom Hearts music.
Right now.
And no one can hear the really horrible shit we just finished saying.
No, but now it's going down, and now it's over.
That was a bad racial slur, Ben.
Whoa!
Why would you do that to the poor people?
Sir.
You know, Ben,
I take offense to that.
Ben, I know you were racist, but I told you not to be racist in front of the microphone.
Look,
Not in front of DJ Jesus,
Look,
Ben.
my right-wing point of view can be extreme at times, but it's the truth we all need.
Thanks, Donald Trump.
He's gonna build a wall and Squeenix is gonna pay for it.
I mean, if they could spend that much money on
Squeenix
Final
loves
Fantasy
me and I
15,
love Squeenix.
But does it love you? Does it love you, Ben?
Does it loves my money.
Yeah, they do.
They do
Yes,
love your money.
Squeenix needs the money.
They want my money, but they ain't gonna get it anytime soon. So yeah, that's coming to PlayStation 4 next year. The trailer, which I didn't actually watch, showed some classic graphically enhanced moments from across all 6. There's 6 games in that series right now. There's barely a 3 coming out. The fuck is going on?
Because there's the whole, but they're not necessarily spin-offs.
For some reason,
but it's like 365 over something.
They're all
Birth by Sleep.
There are spin-offs. There's a lot of.
There's the weird card spin-off. Yeah.
Well, that one you actually have to play, but they made it into an actual game. Like, was it Chain of Memories?
Chain of Memories.
Yeah, Chain of Memories.
Nobody sleeps.
Nobody sleeps.
Was that what you were gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like Memories of Nobody, but that's the Bleach.
That's
movie.
Bleach. Yeah.
One of the games is called 358.2 days.
It's 365 and a half games, I think. 365 and a half days.
Days, not games.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's so many
300,
games.
no, 365 and
And yet they're barely calling one Kingdom Hearts 3.
Like, there were a fucking million of them in between before that.
A lot of them came out on 3DS and not Vita.
So, which
PSP.
does it show which games actually show up? I know, like, 1 and 2.
7 of them.
1 and 2 are definitely there, plus...
2.8.
It's 6. It says here 6 games.
Well, which ones are they?
Kingdom Hearts
Birth
2,
by Sleep, I know.
Birth by
there.
Sleep,
Okay.
the upgraded final mix versions of these, and 3 more games. Chain of Memories, 358-2 days, and Recoded.
Okay, so
Recoded was a phone exclusive.
All 6 games.
No, they came out on the 3DS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think that's all of them then.
Yeah, that's basically it.
You know what? I would pay for it to have the entire collection in one.
I would imagine that's going to be a $60 drop.
I imagine so.
Probably. I mean, it's a lot of games.
If it's the entire series, like from 1 and all of the spin-offs, like I'd pay for that because I haven't played like 3 of the 6 or 4 of the 6.
I'm
games.
surprised that this collection isn't coming to Xbox because I think didn't they do like a remix for the PS3 also? But that also
there was a PS3.
But that also came to Xbox, didn't it?
That was like 2.5, wasn't it? When they made
I
it?
don't remember. That was like 3 years ago when that came out. Because Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming to Xbox One, according to
it should
Square
be,
Enix.
yeah.
So I'm surprised that this isn't coming to Xbox One. That seems like a weird thing to do. But yeah, that's coming out March 28th of next year. So Capella, you have a chance to play all 6 Kingdom Hearts games again.
Which I'm not going to, because March is the NX. Yeah, fuck that.
You know what? Actually, real quick, we didn't think about that. Games that are launching, even though it's a completely different console.
Okay, if it came out for the NX, I would be very happy.
Was Square Enix a partner? It was, right?
Square Enix is a partner.
Okay.
Switch.
Hey man, I really love, real quick, I'm gonna just toot my own horn. I love adding that Me Plaza channel music.
That's
to the list. I like that.
You know what? It was good.
It was good.
It was good. I liked it.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's that nice elevator.
At the beginning, before the list, I asked everyone if they were ready, and then we asked Ben, and then the music paused perfectly, and then his response came in, and the music continued.
Yes.
I love that. Loved it.
That was some top-notch editing right there.
Thank you. Well, that's coming out next year. So lots of Kingdom Hearts stuff. No Kingdom Hearts 3. And then with the strike, just add 3 more years to that.
Probably gonna be
I
fucking
think-
2018 until
I'm
Kingdom
pretty
Hearts 3
sure
comes out.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is that carrot you'll never reach.
Probably not.
So like the next one is gonna be
Like 2.9.
yeah, 2.9, 2.99979, 2.9 and a half.
I want the next
We
one.
go back a little bit. It's 2.9 and a half.
I want
now.
the next Kingdom Hearts to be called Kingdom Hearts D4.
Dark Dreams Don't Die.
Yes, Dark Dreams Don't Die.
You know I missed
It's
that game.
avant-garde.
Dark Dreams Don't Die yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
45-3 fish. 0.9.
Our dreams are dead.
Requiem for a Dead Wife.
Requiem for a Dead Wife?
Yeah.
For a dead wife.
That's what Dark Dreams Don't Die is about. You need to find
pretty
your dead
much.
wife. She's been
Your
moited.
dead wife.
Watch out with the clam chowder.
Clam chowder.
The
Clam
Boston
chowder.
accent.
Clam chowder.
Clam chowder.
And on them hot dogs.
I have not had clam chowder in a good while. We talked about this. I
Yeah.
feel like we've talked about this
No,
recently.
yeah, we probably have.
It's probably when we said that Dark Dreams Don't Die is
Yeah,
gonna get
we had
made.
talked about Dark Dreams Don't Die in a recent podcast, and we mentioned it always
Clam
goes to clam
chowder.
chowder, and then Todd always chimes in, I haven't had clam chowder for a while.
I have to get a shirt that says, I haven't had clam chowder in a while. It's like a clam on the bottom.
This podcast brought to you by I haven't had clam chowder in a while t-shirt.
It's like
Go visit our secret t-shirt website
at teespring.
at
nothing.
XXXX, maybe a number
At
X.
this shirt doesn't exist.com.
.com. That's probably taken by now. Actually, the idea of I haven't had clam chowder in a while should be like, I can't believe it's not butter. Like that.
I haven't had clam
I like
chowder.
that.
in a
Hey
while.
man, it's a business opportunity. Let's do it right now.
It could be like a...
Let's quit podcasting and go to the clam chowder business, guys.
You know, like the Burger King, like the mascot that just appears and
It's
does
the
shit.
king.
We could have like the clam monster or clam chowder monster. He's just
Cthulhu
he's just
eyes.
hiding, and he holds
Like-
a pot like if it was his only pair of pants. He runs around, and then
Hey, that's
he'll
good.
reach
I like
into
that.
the pot and just throw globs of clam chowder at people.
For some reason, I want this mod to replace the Mirelurks in Fallout 4. Let's do it.
Mirelurks? Yeah,
the
sure.
Mirelurks. Yeah.
We can do that.
Well, guys, we're done with
The
the news.
Mirelurk Queen.
We are done with the news. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a second. Hey, we're back. Hi.
Hello.
What's going on?
Also, magical stand power that stops time
Magical
itself.
Stand power. Stop time itself. Sorry.
Curious question.
went off
Where
on-
are you in JoJo, Todd?
What? What?
Where are you in JoJo?
Well, you see,
You have homework.
I like to play chess. Totally unrelated to JoJo. JoJo's...
Back in the 90s when I first started chess,
when I first started playing chess, you were
there was no such thing as JoJo.
you were just a small child in a pod drinking some milk with cookies.
Thus solidifying that humanity now grows out of pods.
I don't know what the fuck is going. The
Welcome to the real
Matrix is
world.
real.
The Matrix is
The
real.
Nebuchadnezzar
Todd.
2.0 is our real base.
Yep. JoJo aside, what have you all been doing? What have you all been playing? Let's start across the room because this room is apparently very large.
It's so large.
Let's start with Capello.
We need to add a large echo there. It's so
There you go.
large.
Echo,
large,
echo,
large.
echo, echo, echo. And then we have Eagle Cry because we're like in the Grand Canyon or something. Yeah.
You see
So-
someone
I'm
fall.
gonna fucking do it!
Just edit that. Yeah, just edit that in. That'll be great. So what have I been playing this week? Not as lazy of a week as last week. I did play a few things this week, but nothing spectacular, or grandiose. This week I delved a little more into the Darkest Dungeon.
Yes.
I lost.
The pain is real.
I lost an entire team to the first level of the Darkest Dungeon.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Which was a full team of level 5s, which sucked dick.
That sucks.
I mean, it's gonna happen. The Darkest Dungeon is not for the faint of heart.
I mean, Darkest Dungeon is not for the faint of heart in general.
yeah, pretty much.
But the actual last level, Darkest
which is
Dungeon,
the Darkest Dungeon.
is...
the most. I think 3 of my 4 people died of heart attacks, so definitely not for the faint of heart.
No.
This week I also played a bit of Heroes of the Storm because there's a
Is there that going on?
The Heroes, there's a Halloween event which has some spooky stuff in the stages, and they have quests that you can get, Halloween themed quests. And also, I believe, when I played it, I don't think it was up already, but I believe now Heroes Brawl is finally out. which is an interesting new mode, which has preset rules. And the rules for this week were all Sergeant Hammer, infinite thrusters on Towers of Doom.
Huh.
Yeah.
So it was a 5v5?
5v5 Sergeant Hammers, and your thrusters are infinite.
People rocketing all over the fucking place. That's cool.
On towers. So that I might go back in there to try that out, because that sounds like a hilariously bad time. And then the last thing I played was... what did I play? Oh, yeah, right. I was playing Street Fighter a little bit in training mode.
It's been a while since you played Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Has it been?
It's been a bit. I'm staying away from it because my computer is ass, and it's so disappointing playing that game with the lowest settings, and, while it doesn't feel that bad online for me, I have recently learned that the netcode is segmented, so that's like if you're having bad netcode, that doesn't mean that your opponent is also not having bad netcode or good netcode.
No.
So like you could be just fine, but your opponent is stuttering like crazy because your netcode is bad. So once I learned that, I became a little paranoid, and it's like, shit, have my matches all been like just fine on their end and bad on mine? So, like, I decided, not to stay away from online, and I've just been training and doing some of the easy daily missions, which you can do on survival or on the story. So, cool. I've been doing that. It's free fight money, so.
Not completely unrelated, but is there some kind of tournament going on, like Street Fighter tournament in Canada or something? There is, right?
I believe Capcom Cup is about to draw to a close. So I believe they're doing the last regional matches until they go into the Worlds. Mm-hmm. I think there's currently there might be like something going on in Canada right
because
now.
I have a friend that I made on Twitter. She's from Ireland. I think I might have mentioned her before. She flew over to Canada because she recently really got into Street Fighter. Like every tweet for like the past like 7 months have been all about Street Fighter.
Oh, wow.
She's super into it, and she flew from Ireland to Canada for some tournament going on this weekend or something like that. I have to look at it because I haven't actually been looking at her tweets lately. But yeah, I was just curious if you knew of something going on in that region.
Probably the Capcom Cup.
And it's probably the big stuff for Capcom right now is Capcom Cup.
Yeah.
For Street Fighter V.
Also, that's kind of, I would imagine it is something like that to drive all the way from one country to another.
I mean
to fly, sorry.
I imagine she would just wait for whatever European Street Fighter tournament if it was like something local.
Sure, yeah.
But if she flew all the way to Canada, I'm sure it'd probably be something
it's in
big.
Toronto, I think. I'll look it up later, but that's cool. Honestly, I'm really, I know it's been a while for me personally, but I really want to get back into playing Guilty Gear. I really do.
We're like 4 days, how far from Central Fiction?
Like 5 days.
Is that the next Guilty Gear game?
It's not Guilty Gear.
It's the next Blaze Blue.
The next Blaze Blue.
But you have enough Eldritch Truth in you that you can probably do something. And
I would like to pick up Guilty Gear again. Obviously, because of my friends' tweets and just like random stuff that I've been seeing on YouTube, it's like I just kind of want to play something like that again. Because it's been a couple months since we did the training stuff. Yeah. Which I look forward to doing that in the future soon, hopefully.
Oddly enough, like 2-3 weeks ago, me and Capella
we're
like, hey,
doing at it.
Yeah, Guilty Gear. Fuck it, let's just pick it up.
I had mentioned that Central Fiction was out, but only in Japan, as I learned. And so we were like, well, fuck. We're going to play Central Fiction. Well, fuck. Let's play Guilty Gear then.
Let's play Revelator.
Yeah. Cool.
And so we played
we
like 2-3 hours of just same character.
The usual thing that we do is like with single character, one stage, and then just go at it for like 2-3 hours.
I got you.
Cool. Happens. Like Mikey visited, and we're like, hey, fighting, counter, fighting, counter.
What about you, Ben? Here's the Storm. Huh? No Heroes of the Storm this week?
No Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, so you played solo.
Yeah, Ben was on when
I continued my project, which is MS06F-HM.
This is a Gundam.
It is not completed. It is not a Gundam. It is a mass production mobile suits.
A Gundam.
Not quite there. It is a Zaku.
It's okay. They're all Gundams to me, too.
Okay. You sons of bitches. You sons of bitches.
I know the difference between a mobile suit and a Gundam, but I refuse to call them anything other than Gundam.
No, but seriously though, like how did that? Because I know you said you were kind of learning to do the paint stuff. Like how did it come out?
It went pretty good. I don't think I took a picture of it. I had put a couple of things on Snapchat
Maybe, I think so.
of it coming up. I already gave it to Danny. Unfortunately, I was too hasty in after I painted it, so I kind of like chipped off some of the paint.
Oh no!
It's really not that bad, but what I want to do now is those areas I want to weather it, so it'll give it a little bit of a look.
Give it some character.
But I really like how it looks. It came out looking real nice. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, what was the main color or like the base color of the?
Like soldier green. The main color? Originally?
Yeah.
The MSO6F, which is a Zaka 2. Yeah, it's like military olive green, I guess you could say, with darker shades of green and black. And this new one is cyan with black and touches of gray. And I think it came out all right.
I haven't seen it yet, so.
So after this, I mean, do you feel better going into your next project, whenever that's going to be?
So I would like to get a 2-stage air gun. Paint gun, essentially.
Oh, right on. So you're ready to move on to the next level, you think?
Yeah, it allows for more control.
More flexibility.
With painting, and you can make your own, paint, get it to the right...
the right tint?
Yeah,
the right shade.
What I mean is like the right consistency, because like that primer was chunky.
Was it?
And then like the seafoam one was like, it acted a little weird sometimes. I'm guessing maybe it's because of the temperature around here, but yeah, when you have a paint gun, you get more flexibility.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. My uncle, not completely related, but my uncle was really into like airplane models and like those legit ones that you have to put together, like kind of like the Gundam stuff.
It's model kits.
I mean, it's model kits, yeah. And I saw him do one. I think it was like one of those B-52 bombers or something. He was really into that stuff, but I never picked up on it. My dad never picked up on it, but I always thought that was pretty cool to do.
The one that I would like to get into is painting Warhammer miniatures.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about that stuff, but it looks so cool.
There's, like, some really legit, stuff that you can find. That's something... And you know what? If that's something... Like, because I already paint. Like, painting models, while it is different, it has, similar... You have to think similarly when painting different things, right? Mm-hmm. If you were to get to like a professional grade level at painting those miniatures, you could sell an army for a lot of money.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, those pieces already cost quite a bit, right?
Yeah, there are people who they don't want to paint them themselves, so they send them to someone professional, and it's like $2,000 an army. Like $2,000 an army, and an army can consist of anything between like 10 to 50 or 100 miniatures. Like it's like $1,000 painting like an army of 50 for $1,000. That's profit. If you're good at that, you could make quite a bit of money doing it.
Also, like there's so many pieces that's time. You're putting time and effort and skill into painting these things, and
they come out really well. Like if you're worth it, like it's definitely like $1,000 isn't even isn't a questionable amount.
No, it's not. I would imagine. I think a while back you told, what was that one game that you kickstarted or a friend of yours kickstarted?
Kingdom Death.
That's the one, and you showed me like the base models of that stuff. It's like, man, that stuff looks
crazy
really
detailed,
really cool.
I found some painted ones online that looked legit.
I
good.
bet, yeah. I kind of wish, like, not completely related, but now we're talking about these kind of things. Like, it'd be cool if Nintendo released blank amiibos.
You can paint yourself.
Yeah, because people have already customized them.
Yeah, people do mod them.
But it's so cool to have blank ones, like blank slates, where you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
That would be nice.
That'd be awesome. But well, Ben. No games then? Have you been
playing? No, yeah. I succumbed to my itch for spooky games, and I went back into Bloodborne.
Ooh.
But I didn't start a new file. I went into my old file,
your previous
and
saves.
I looked around, and I was like, okay, what the fuck was I doing? Because I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
And so I dicked around for a while, and eventually I found out, like something I hadn't done, and I went into the Canehurst Castle. Do you remember that place?
It's nowhere.
Ghost ladies everywhere, people yelling at you.
Might have. I need to see a picture of it.
It's an optional area, so it's very possible.
I probably maybe missed it.
It's technically, actually, yeah. It's not even technically. It is an optional area. And I went and I fought Martyr Logarius. Logarius.
Yeah. He's cool.
He's a fucking asshole.
He is also an asshole.
He's a cool asshole.
he's a fucking asshole. And you put on this crown, the crown of illusions, and you see past the illusion, and you meet. I forgot her name, but she's the queen of the Vile Bloods.
What was her name?
Annalise.
Annalise. Yeah.
Annalise, queen of the Vile Bloods, and I pledged loyalty to her, and I partook of her rotted blood.
So you became a vampire.
No,
Basically.
kind of. Not really a vampire.
They're like
search for blood dregs.
the Canehurst people are like the themed vampires of the game.
Yeah. They're very steeped in like you gotta look cool, gotta look refined.
They're nobility, and you hunt for blood. So
Yeah, you hunt for blood dregs specifically.
basically blood.
What's that smell?
Is
Blood dregs.
Yeah.
Which technically, blood dregs has a very cruel joke on it, but we'll talk about that.
Oh, what's
later.
that under the desk?
blood.
It's just a
Snickers
Snickers bar.
But what's inside?
What's
the Snickers bar?
inside? It's blood.
So yeah, that was pretty fun. Strength build still. Whirligig, oddly enough. I had the Whirligig in there. Real fun.
I love the Whirligig
I
saw,
wouldn't mind having some somewhat better gems, but
also known as the pizza cutter.
I know now.
Whirligig.
That's all I had to say.
Did you ever play the DLC?
No.
No, dude. Well, remember also that when my PS4 got wiped, my saves got wiped for Bloodborne.
Fresh start, baby.
Nah, man.
Yeah, baby.
Not anytime soon.
No,
Plus,
come on.
Plus, I need to re-download the DLC because everything got lost.
You could do that.
Which is not a problem.
You could
It's
do
not-
that in a jiffy.
You're right.
Start a new. No, what I mean is like starting a new
Starting
character.
a new character.
Catch up to where you were.
I had the game.
You can do that in a jiffy.
That's the one game I haven't touched in a while next to your copy
A
of Watch Dogs.
motherfucking jiffy.
Real quick, when is that Dark Souls 3 DLC coming out?
That's
Out.
already.
That's out already?
Yeah, the
Have you played
Ashes
it?
of Anne Orlando.
Ariandel.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay.
I've seen some stuff though.
I heard it's really short.
It is, but the last
but
boss is hard.
It's a 3-stage, 3 different life bar. Go fuck yourself. You think you're ready? Fight, and it's awesome.
This is for the more skilled Dark Souls player.
Yeah, and the ending to that is very interesting, and like it seems like I know they said this was the only DLC, right?
No, there's more. There's going to be another
there is
one.
going to
There's
be
gonna be another one.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right.
Okay.
Because there's a little girl who's waiting for her uncle to bring the pigment.
Yeah, the
Did you
pigment is the dark soul of man.
Yeah, that's so fucking awesome. The pigment is the dark soul of humanity. That shit.
I can't wait for what's his name to do a video on it so I can understand it better.
He already did.
Oh, really?
There's already
Yeah,
an
Bati video?
There are 2 Ariandel videos right now.
So I've avoided because remember I binged this stuff a couple months ago when you guys told me about it, but I binged most of it except for when the Dark Souls 3 stuff started coming out because I thought maybe I'll give this game a chance at some point and so I won't like spoil it for myself.
Yeah,
but,
I said that too, and then I played like an hour of the game, and then I never played anymore.
yeah.
And so I was like, "Fuck it." I'm
It's
not
less
gonna play
likely
this
for me
game.
than it is for you, man. But yeah,
It's yeah.
those videos are very well made, so I'll probably just watch them anyways. But cool.
Fucker's good at what he
interesting
does.
stuff.
He makes good videos, man.
There's a book that recently came out about the Dark Souls community, which has some stuff from him actually. Or I think it's like an ebook or something. I'll find you the link. It was on Kotaku a couple months ago. I thought it was interesting.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, but Bloodborne. Anything else that you remember? No. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's it, man.
Wow. Okay.
It was just Bloodborne,
Slow week
and
then.
I finished the Zaku 2.
Cool. I mean, okay.
The Gundam.
Do you know how? Yes, I know.
The gun.
How
It's a Zaku 2, motherfucker.
how long did the Zaku 2 take you to like complete?
I took my sweet ass time with it, man.
so okay. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine.
At the very end, I did stupid stuff and I got hasty.
Sure.
So,
Patience is a virtue.
because like I did it, I started it like at the beginning of this month.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was like, ah, shit, I got so much time. I'll just fucking. I started painting a section and then I left it there for a
Then
while.
Danny's birthday loomed upon us.
Yeah, and like I was like, okay, all I have to do is paint and build it, and I didn't give it enough time to completely cure. Because I painted it. I waited the next morning I was trying to make it, and the paint hadn't cured completely, which sucks a little bit.
Yeah,
but
it does.
you know what? It's fine because now I
take that.
get to play with it in adding damage onto it. I still need to add all the decals.
When you get a chance, show me a picture of it because I want to see what the completed project looks like. Yeah, I finally got rid of FIFA, guys.
Yay.
Applause.
Yeah, your girlfriend applauds you.
Yes, your applause Can I get like a little musical piece here? Maybe I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so I finally switched it out for XCOM 2.
Out of one pit into another.
Yes, but a more in-depth kind of pit, and one that's a lot more
in-depth, but like it's still a pit. It's gonna take up your.
It is a pit, and it is one that will.
Have you called Lalo? Because I know he's been like, he's been wanting to get at it.
So when I got it, I picked it up on Thursday night, Thursday night. He came over. The game takes a little while to install on PS4, but it lets you do it lets you go into character creation. So you can create a pool of soldiers in the menu before you go into the game.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's super cool.
It's actually really cool.
Yeah, it is. So while we were waiting for the game to install, we made, I let him make his character and I made mine. And obviously I haven't, so I didn't play it on PC a couple months ago because my PC just can't run XCOM 2 because it is a little more of a demanding game.
Demanding?
Yeah. But wow, like the soldier customization is incredible now. Like they have so many options for like spoken languages. For like most of the major languages, they have like 9 different voices for them.
Wow.
For each sex. So for male and for female. And there's a lot of stuff is unlocked right at the get-go. It's like you hear customize your guy. And I think one of the coolest things, though, is the fact that you can finally... Okay, so you can add a biography to your soldier. This is the thing.
Cool.
When I saw that, I thought, they're just going to let you put in, like, 2 sentences and that's it. No, man. You can write fucking novel in there, okay?
Oh, wow. Shit.
So
if he dies, that gets erased?
I mean, it gets erased, basically.
Oh, fuck.
It'd be so cool if, like, you could go to, like, your soldier pool
like
and
a memorial?
Yeah.
Where you can click on it.
Or it could be, like, voiced out. That'd be so awesome.
First mission, he shot down 3 people and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Second mission.
Oh, actually, I don't know if you can edit that on the go. That'd be interesting.
That'd be cool.
But,
second mission suffered a minor freak out and shot his teammate.
Right.
Teammate died.
He regretted it for the rest of his
Third
life.
mission.
For the rest of his career.
Actually, 3 weeks of recovery.
3 weeks of recovery.
Third mission, died in action.
Fuck. Yep. Grenade bounced back.
Grenade bounced back. He was trying to kill a snake.
It's really cool, and this is what I'm gonna do because I played that for a little bit to try to finish as much as Mafia as I could before Mikey can pick it up. But when I get a chance, I'm going to, which is probably soon, I'm going to make characters for everyone, and I will constly update Mother Base with it.
You're gonna,
so you're gonna fucking deal with it. Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking deal with it. I'm going to make a little like 3-paragraph for all of you guys.
Yeah, it's a Nuzlocke.
We'll
Hell
see.
yeah.
Yes. So we played the tutorial in the first mission, and I thought, you know what, I should play the tutorial. It hasn't been that long since I played XCOM, but XCOM 2 adds so many different mechanics and features that I have to, I need to know.
Essentially relearning what's new.
It's, yeah, like there's melee combat, and there's like, now there's you can play the game to, like, you can play a stage to a degree or a scenario with stealth involved. So you have to understand how line of sight works in the game, which is not that hard, but, if I didn't play the tutorial, I wouldn't have figured it out right away, basically. And it definitely has more of a cinematic kind of take to it. The first game has a story, right? There is a story, there is a narrative, there are characters. In this game, it takes it to the next level. Like, there's a lot more cutscenes, there's a lot more dialogue between the soldiers and the commander and stuff. So I can't wait to really get into it, because you're right, that's a hole that I just dug for myself once again.
Yeah.
Got out of one, got into another.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to play more of it. And, so Mafia. I played a lot of that before before I decided to start digging into XCOM. And, at this point, I played maybe about 30% of the game. I unlocked more districts, and I played a lot of the story missions. There isn't actually a lot of variety when it comes to the side mission stuff, and it's very repetitive. Also, the AI is really dumb in that game. It's so bad that I actually had to change the difficulty, which basically just makes your enemies bullet sponges, right? There is no real variety in what the AI can do. And also, what I found really interesting is that the game, there's a lot of stealth elements to it. They encourage stealth play. They encourage going into an area, like an enemy area, or you're taking over like a building or something. They encourage you to use stealth play, and there's even like silenced weapons, which is not uncommon in open world games. I just didn't expect that to be a thing here. And while it's not MGS5 good, it works, right? But I think that one of the most interesting parts of the game, aside from the narrative, is how, think of it like almost like a Far Cry or like an Assassin's Creed. You unlock, I won't call it like the tower thing, right? But you take over districts and you take over areas of the map, right? So, in Mafia 3, which says New Bordeaux, which is New Orleans basically, I think there are like maybe, I don't know how many districts there are, but each district has different rackets. And rackets are have like a boss, right? Under bosses. And then the entire district is one by one boss, right? So you have to take those out to have the boss come out and play. Like he's like, okay, hey, finally, you fucked up everything. I'm going to come after you, right? And then so once that happens, you take over the rackets, right? You take over the rackets and then the district. So you have, the game starts wrapping up when you unlock the 3 lieutenants that you have, because your character, Lincoln Clay, is trying to take over the city, right? So you have, Vito, who is, I mentioned before, the character you play in the second game. You have Cassandra, who is the Haitian gang leader.
Can I guess the third one?
Well, go ahead.
Is it Ratbag?
I wish it was, dude.
Ratbag.
Well,
and so we
Ratbag.
began
Actually,
the Nemesis system.
If Ratbag had an Irish version, his name is Burke, and he is the Irish lieutenant. Burke, yeah, he's a drunk, because stereotyping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 3 lieutenants, right? So when you take over a racket in a district, you have to assign it to somebody. They come, they bring in men, and, you know, they're the ones who make the money, because you make money off of these rackets to supply you and stuff, right? So say, for example, there are 3 rackets in one district, and I give 2 rackets to Cassandra, who is the Haitian gang leader, but I give 1 to to Vito, who is the Italian guy. But then when I take over that entire district, I have to give the entire district to 1 person, right? And so you literally go to this like neutral spot in the bayou in this old house, and you have a sit down with them. And basically what it does is like, hey, you have to assign this district to somebody. Who's it going to be? And it literally goes from seat to seat where they all are, and it has a menu, and they try to convince you, hey, give it to me. And there's like, hey, these are the benefits of doing it and the consequences. So each of them has that for every district that you give. So for example, like I said, I give 2 to Cassandra, 2 rackets to Cassandra in a district with 3 rackets, but then I give the entire thing to Vito. She's going to be like, hey, I took out...
What the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? I did the work here.
I did so much.
Yeah, so I did a pretty bad job at explaining it, I think, but like that whole thing is interesting because you have to keep everyone happy. So again, that's not an element that you see in games, like open world games that have that kind of like take over place by place, right? So I found that really interesting, and apparently, according to some of the reviews I read, that there's a point where if you don't satisfy everyone, you have to, one of them eventually betrays you, and then you have to go kill them.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Which is, I guess, like, basically it's straightforward. You're just gonna go kill them. There is no kind of in-between, which I think is kind of lame, but, like, it's a new idea that isn't being introduced in a lot of the games, so I'm okay with that. There is a way to complete the game with everyone alive. So, you know, there's a way to satisfy everyone.
There is a balance.
There is a balance. That I've played of the game so far, I favored Vito heavily because I love the second game and I want to satisfy him and everything, right? So right now, the one who I wasn't giving a lot of rackets or districts to was Burke, who the Irish
Ratbag,
guy.
yes.
Yeah,
Irish Ratbag.
So I talked about how they handled race last week, but man, that story is so good. I like it better than the past 2 GTAs, man.
Wow.
Like, it's just ridiculously good how they handle all the elements of the story. So, when I get a chance, like, I didn't delete the save or anything. When I get a chance, I'm gonna pick it up again because I want to finish it. Like, the story really propels all of the repetitiveness and the problems the game has forward. And in fact, I mean, really early to say, but I put in maybe 25, 30 hours into the game. It's on a short list for my game of the year.
Oh.
Just because of the story. It's really good.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And, that's all I played this week. I'm just trying to binge as much of Mafia 3 that I could.
XCOM and Mafia.
That's it, yeah. We're done with that, guys. Are you guys ready for this week's steaming reviews?
Ooh, I'm ready.
Okay, good.
Sure, let's do this.
Let's do it. This week, it's a Halloween edition.
Ooh.
So you have your hint right there. Easy hint. All of them are horror games.
Overwatch.
No. My Little Pony 5.
Extreme
Hello Kitty
Death
Island
Adventure.
Adventure.
Yes.
God
that's
dang
the one.
it.
All right. So the first game is recommended with 37.6 hours on record and posted December 5th, 2015, and reads, I met Pyramid Head's little brother. He was a dick too.
The Evil Within.
Yes.
Okay.
Easy.
Right.
Because of the safe head. Safe head is
Head.
Pyramid's Head's little brother.
Basically. Yeah, good one. I'll read the second one, which I thought was okay. I haven't played the game, so I just took this one on the whim. Recommended with 19.9 hours on record. It reads 75% of the time searching for goo, 15% of the time figuring
brain
out what
juice.
the actual fuck is going on. All right, so that
That's a
one
good
goes
one.
to Capello.
Yeah.
Next one is recommended with 5.6 hours on record and posted June 15th of 2015 and reads, system requirements, a PC with some RAM, a video card, a hard disk drive, and a defibrillator. We might have to go through all the reviews for this one.
Left 4 Dead.
No. Good choice, but no.
Shit. All right, wait one more time.
Sure. System requirements, a PC with some RAM, a video card, a hard disk drive, and a defibrillator.
All right, we can go to the next one.
As in, it's scary. Recommended with 11.1 hours on record, posted September 30th to 2014, a couple years ago, and reads, pros, not scary when there's no monsters nearby. Cons, there's monsters everywhere.
Amnesia?
Yes.
Fuck, I was God dang it.
You're on the short end of the stick. Sweet, Benny. Hopefully, you have 3 more chances. You're good.
Ow.
I got some more. This next game is recommended with 18.2 hours on record and posted August 29th, 2014, 2 days after my birthday, and reads, you probably got this one right away, we'll see. Leonardo DiCaprio trying to find his Oscar desperately somewhere in Spain.
Resident Evil 4.
Yes.
Really? Really?
Because
Leonardo DiCaprio,
Leon
Leon
in Spain,
fucking Kennedy.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
The next, Bennett's kind of salty with this one. The next review I'm going to read from that one is, this game taught me not to shoot at lakes.
Yeah, because a giant mudfish
of the
fucking attack you.
I'm going to read the last one. In this game, you are homicidal, psychopathic, murdering Mexicans for your white girl while breaking stuff for big money's playa. I thought that was a good one, too.
That's a very good one.
Yeah. All right. Well,
sounds like it's more for Shadows of the Damned.
A little bit.
Maybe. Yeah. Wow.
But it's not that
I didn't think about that.
In Shadows of the Dam, you're a murdering Mexican.
You're a
in
murdering
Resident Evil
Mexican.
4, you are murdering Mexican.
So
There's a difference.
That review had no punctuation. Don't worry. So
There's some very, very light difference.
all right, you got 2 more tries to get a point here, Ben.
All right.
Recommended with 8.1 hours on record and posted September 14th of this year and reads, you guys are gonna get this one right away, I think. 11 out of 10 killing zombies makes my pee go up.
It's got fucking. You have this.
Benny's looking at me so salty.
I just the name. I know what it
Dead
is.
Rising, motherfucker.
Yeah,
He's covered wars, you know.
It's like it fucking escaped my brain.
Were you knew it and you were just waiting?
Yes, I was.
Don't do that.
I could have stolen it from you,
That's
man.
completely fucking fine. I'm okay with that one.
That's great.
That was good.
I thought that one was funny. I laughed my ass off when I read that one.
That's pretty
Makes
good.
my pee go
good.
up. You know what? That's good. I commend him. Hats off to you, friend.
Yeah, reviewer, you did a good job with that one. I'm gonna read the next review for the next 2 reviews just for kicks. I know this mall better than the back of my sack. I don't think there are a lot of games that take place
specifically in a mall. Dead Rising 1.
Dead Rising 1, yes. And the next one is great. It's hello, Otis, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again.
Fuck Otis.
Time side quests gently creeping. During boss fights, softly ringing. And you know, I can't answer the fucking phone right now, so you call back somehow. 10 out of 6.5 would cut Otis off again.
Yeah.
I like that one.
There's an achievement or something that you get for not cutting him off.
I fucking
ever.
always did it.
Yeah.
Always. I didn't give a shit about Otis.
Yeah.
Nice guy, but he can fuck off for a little bit. Or like the entire
There's
game.
I think it was an achievement or something.
Spoilers, can he die? Yeah, he can, right?
No.
No?
Otis makes it to the room.
No matter what? Oh, because he's in the room already.
Yeah.
That's right, okay.
You want to know something?
Sure, tell me.
The military comes and picks him up. Which means he's dead.
Oh, yeah. So he's dead. He's technically dead. All right, last game, guys. Actually, for some reason, I gave that one to Capello instead of writing your name in.
Well, that's fucking fine.
Sorry.
This is fucking rigged. This is rigged, man.
Election 2016.
Betty has just not actually been here the last 2 sessions.
No, he has.
I've been participating. They're just all in your name for some reason.
All right. Recommended with
I quit.
40. No, you got 44.4 hours on record. Posted February 15th of 2015 and reads, I died more times from falling than from zombies.
Bloodborne.
No. Bloodborne's also not on Steam.
Yeah, that's not.
Bloodborne's super good though, and you die.
That's good. That's good.
From falling them from zombies.
Left 4 Dead.
No. You can definitely. I've definitely died quite a few times from
Something
falling
with
there.
strict fall damage, apparently.
More from falling than from zombies. All right, yeah, the next one.
Dark Souls.
Next one. Recommended now. With 160.3 hours on record, gave it a shot.
Yeah.
Posted July 29th of this year and reads simply, Greatest Rio Olympics Simulator.
That's a little... Like, what's the... I'm trying to think of...
Dying Light.
Yes. Dying Light.
I died more from falling than from fucking zombies.
Good job, Benny. And I'll read the last one for kicks. Day equals lots of fun killing zombies, jumping around with friends, fighting epic
Night,
loot.
a fucking nightmare.
Night, if there is a god out there, please help me.
Yeah.
Because like
it gets spooky at night, dude.
Yeah, you are not OP at night.
The
You're
real
fucked at
runners
night.
and like the bloated guys that
There's no point in stopping. You better just run, just like the trailers.
Run and make it into a base.
I really want to. I played like 10 hours of the game and I really liked it, but I just never finished it. It's
Same
it's
thing.
dirt cheap.
I
right
played
now.
a hell of a lot of it, never finished it.
I like the music from that commercial.
Run Boy Run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Matchstick Boy or something.
It was the same people that did
that's by,
Dead Island. Oh, I mean, I'm talking about the game. Sorry, go ahead. The music.
Yeah, the music is by not Iron and Wine.
Never touched the expansion.
Woodkid.
There you go.
Woodkid.
Match Kid.
The expansion.
Match Kid
I heard the
Box.
expansion was really good.
Yeah, you get in a car and you run through like fields.
It's like a whole giant new area for
It's
the game.
fields and like those things that come out at night, they're in the day.
And there's a cult.
I want to play the game. It's dirt cheap, I think now with the following, because it's called the following, the expansion.
You should hop on that, dude.
Yeah, I
it's
might.
Spooky
that
times.
might be a good time. I might, maybe soon. We'll see. But I'm gonna play XCOM, the living shit out of XCOM, the next couple days or weeks. Who knows? Yeah, hopefully I get to play some Battlefield soon.
Well, you're not looking at a Jack XCOM.
You're gonna jack? No, man. No, man. You're going down. You see that plastic guitar right there? It's gonna have some of your blood in it by the time you get out of here.
Spoilers.
That's a threat. No, I'm just kidding. Well, guys, we're gonna call it. Thank you for listening.
What are we gonna call it?
Look, if we're gonna call it something, figure it out and text me 4 hours from now when I'm editing it, so I can remember, Ben.
The thing is, we didn't talk about Marcos in this one.
Now you did.
Well, now, but like, we haven't mentioned Marcos in any of this.
The title is Marcos Wasn't Mentioned.
There you go. Marcos wasn't mentioned.
Take us out, DJ Jesus.
Marcos wasn't mentioned, ellipses, or was he?
Okay. Remind me.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
No.
Goodbye, people.
Goodbye.
DJ Jesus, take us out!
I already called for that.
Oh, fuck you.